Well, welcome back to another video with me in the T-Rack. About to do a vehicle wrap, half wrap on it. This is a 2020 Crosstrek by Subaru. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, I am going to be wrapping the front of it. For most of you that know Subaru, soft paint. Got a few rock chips already. I haven't even hit 2,000 miles on it, so instead of doing a clear bra or something, I figured I might as well get a color change wrap going, be different, unlike all the other ones out there. So we're gonna go wrap the whole front of the car, kind of do an upward slant with some kind of design, thinking maybe the Subaru stars, something like that. Gonna start with the bumper, the hood, and all that. Once I get to the doors, I'll probably mock something up on the computer. So we'll jump right into this. I already took it to the car wash, sprayed out all the wheel wells and stuff with the pressure washer, and then I took it through the automatic wash, came home, dried it all down. So I'm gonna spray it out with the air hose a little bit, wipe it down with the towel again, spray it off again, make sure there's nothing at all on here, no dust or anything. Kind of sprayed out the floor of the shop. This is a wood shop, so I got dust everywhere, but clean it up as best as I can where I'm not going to be opening doors and kicking dust up into the wrap at all. So we'll get right into this. I'll show you a few things. Not going to go in depth too much into the wrapping, but I'll show you a few basics, maybe on the hood and some easier spots. The bumper is going to be not too bad, but definitely the hardest part of the car. You got to get it to wrap around and not have too much extra material where it creases in there. So you got to know how to stretch it right. Using a heat gun and stuff helps out a little bit, but we'll show you a little bit about wrapping, and make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't been to my channel before. Also check out my other channel, All American Arts, for more decals and vehicle wraps and custom woodwork, stuff like that. But we'll get right into it. A few tools that you need: heat gun, thermometer, digital thermometer, gun, knifeless tape is good. It's basically got a little string in there. If you haven't ever watched a video on wrapping before, you lay this down on your body line, like I'll probably have to do right here, just because this piece does not come off of the bumper. So I'll probably lay a piece of knifeless tape there, and then once I wrap over it, I leave that string a little bit hanging out the bottom here. I pull the string and it will cut it right on the body line for me, so I don't have to cut on the car with a knife. But knifeless tape, a few different squeegees to push in different areas, other tools for that as well. A pair of wrap gloves, always got to have them so you don't get the oil and stuff onto the wrap, and you're able to grab behind it and stuff, and also use your hand as a squeegee kinda. You'll find that's a lot easier on some areas of the car. Like here, you just kind of push it in with your hand, work it in. But other times on a nice flat surface, you just run the squeegee real nice, kind of pushing all the air out to the outsides. Tack reducer, I won't be using that, but if it was really hot out in the sun or something, you probably want to spray some of that on. It'll make it easier so you're not fighting the adhesive as much. But I am also a fabric tape measure. Works the best with magnets, or this one's actually made for wrapping, but it has magnets on it, so it makes it easier to measure stuff. Obviously I'm doing it with one hand and the camera. But I measured out my hood, kind of measure out all the parts of your car first, see what kind of pieces you can fit with the yardage that you got. So I'm going to do the hood. It's going to leave me a little bit where I could probably do some of my pillars, because that's going to go up a little bit. And then I'm gonna do my fenders along with my bumper piece. So I'm gonna cut that at about 100 inches long, and then I'm gonna kind of rip it right down the center, a little bit under center for the bumper. But so I'll fit both of my fenders left and right along with the bumper piece. Kind of save vinyl, plan it out that way, measure all your parts, see what you can fit together, and then I'll have a little bit extra. So I'll do part of the doors. I'll have extra for the mirrors if I want to do them. Still don't know exactly how far back my design is going to go, but we'll figure that out along the way. I am going to start with the hood and we'll show you how to do that. Alright, so I got this all lined up here. Got an extra inch kind of all the way around at least. I'm going to take a magnet, stick it right here. Luckily my fenders are metal, nothing else really is. So I got a little extra over here, so I'm going to push it back that way just a little bit. Kind of even it out, don't want to run short. Alright, so that's good that way. Now I'm just going to take and cut all the excess off this way, leaving quite a bit extra, but not too much. I'm going to need it. I'm going to start from this side. I can kind of connect the two. Roll up the extra, throw it inside the car, somewhere clean. Alright, I'm just going to take the magnet off this side, double checking them still lined up really good. Got enough extra to fold around the bottom side of the hood and everything. Just stick that side right down where it was. Double check everything. Looking good. I'm just going to put this magnet over here now. Pull this corner back. Stick that down really good. Just grab onto your backing paper, work it out of there. Give it a few good stretches. I'm going to put my wrap gloves on now. As long as you just grab where it's not gonna, you're gonna end up cutting that part off. That's why we leave the extra, so we can grab onto the very outside. So basically we're gonna just try to stretch it, get all the material as tight as possible, get all the wrinkles that are on the actual hood off of there. So we're just going to pull it every which way. Obviously something like this is easier with a couple people pulling each way, but you just got to work it out. Alright, so I got that all stretched out, and that's what they call creating glass. When you don't got any wrinkles on your, I pushed that part down, that's not really a wrinkle or anything, but so you just pull it all out so you don't have any wrinkles actually on the hood. A little bit right there, that will come out really easy though. Just pull it all different ways until you get it out. But I am satisfied. Got all the wrinkles kind of off the hood, so you're able to just start from the center, push your hand down or a squeegee, and just work all the way out to the outside, and then you can come back and work the other way. I'll grab a squeegee here. So you want to go easy. Once you do it a few times, you're going to know if the vinyl is going to bunch up or something as you're going. But keep it at an angle. Just drag it and push the air out of it. But you want to, as you're coming up on wrinkles like that, you don't want to go too fast and end up curling it over on itself. Because then you got to lift the vinyl back up, get that air out. So you just seeing those bubbles. If you get a little bubble, you just work it out with your finger. But just nice and easy back and forth. So I just hit that nice high point of the hood there. Between the high and the low, you get air trapped in there. You just got to really work it slow, pushing it out to the bigger exit spot over there. I like to do that, put hard body lines like that with my hand. And the goal, once you get to the edges, is to not have a bunch of wrinkles that you got to fold over into your hood either. That just makes it harder to fold it over. Alright, so that is all pushed down. All the air's out of it. I am now just going to give it a little bit of heat. And I didn't mention in the video before, but I do have my heat running in here. I want to keep it a little bit warmer. It's only about 40 something degrees here in Minnesota today. So I'm just going to go over this real quick, give it a little bit of post heat, get these edges. It'll get most of the wrinkles out of there. So I got a nice smooth overhang to fold over. Just keep the gun moving, that's the most important thing. You do not want to burn the vinyl. After it's all said and done here, we will go through and post heat the whole thing. And that's where our heat gun or our thermometer temperature gun will come into play. You gotta look up your manufacturer recommendations for their post heat. They got a certain temperature you gotta get the whole wrap to. So you go through and just heat it up and then keep checking different spots with your gun. Alright, so I'm going to start with my knife here up at the top. I'm just going to use my finger as a guide. Plastic knife like this. It'll focus. Plastic knife like this is going to be your best option. So just using your finger as a guide like this, just put it on the edge of the hood. And that can hold you about a 1/4 inch off or so, whatever you want to wrap around. Just use your finger as a guide like that and just cut along the whole thing. So we got that piece off. Now we'll just slowly work our edge around. We'll start at the top and then just work your finger all the way around it. Now we'll tuck it around really nice. Alright, so now that we got our back cut, we're able to lift the hood up, so I got it popped. I just pulled all the vinyl off the fenders and the bumper here, just so I was able to get that popped up. So we can get underneath that now. Now we can work all of our other edges around, just pulling it tight, wrap it around, get it stuck on there without any wrinkles, a good 1/4 inch around the whole thing. And then we'll just go ahead and cut a nice clean line. Alright, so we got our edge completely tucked around, over a 1/4 inch. I cut that side already. So I use my finger as a guide like this on the top of the hood, butt it up against my knife, and then I just run it along the edge. I'm not going to do it with just one hand, but kind of just go like that, keep it with one. I could do this little part for you guys. It'll keep the blade a good 1/4 inch, just cut very lightly, just through the vinyl, just barely, and then it'll pull off real nice like a zipper. So I'm going to run that down, we'll shut the hood, and you guys can see the finished product of the hood. Well, there it is. Just needs a post heat now. This is Avery Dennison Supreme Film SW900 matte carbon metallic. So they recommend between 175 and 195 post heat. So we'll just go over the whole thing with the heat gun, using our wrap glove to wipe it all down as we go, and then check in with our IR thermometer. So I'll run through that, get that all done up, and then I guess we'll show you a little bit of some other stuff getting wrapped. So I threw a couple of my magnets on the fender there. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand holding the camera. Let's unroll this around to the other side. Alright, so I threw a couple magnets on this side, stretched it around, magnetized it to the fender there. Making sure I got enough. We're gonna slide everything down a little bit. So you're just gonna want to position it a few times, get it all lined up, check, make sure you're gonna hit everything you need to. Now we'll just start peeling it off one side. Kind of get it off the whole thing so it starts curling like that. Get that stuck down really nice. Put your magnet back on there, that'll help hold it too. I'll just grab both of your top and bottom of it. Pull it all the way around. So I'm just gonna take the one side off here. Kind of did it to this side a little bit already. Just gonna slowly work both sides. It's a little bit easier with a couple people. We don't always have that. Evenly heat the whole piece. You don't want to stretch it all in one area because you'll see a color change. So you want to heat the whole piece nice so it stretches throughout the whole length of it, not just one area. Well, there it is. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody that's liked and subscribed. If you haven't already, please do. I'll keep all these videos coming. Just tell me what you want to see. I'll try to help you out. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Make sure you kill that like button. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.